Why is this fight?
Okay.
Go get those glasses.
Yeah, otherwise Jeff can't see.
Welcome back. I'm gonna go get some glasses, I guess.
We're all wearing glasses.
Yeah, we are. And we all have beards.
Wait,
It's
so
like a game of Guess Who.
Does he have a shaved head? Is he grossly balding?
are you gonna shave your
Does
head or
he?
what? You said
I
you were
am.
gonna.
You know what it is? It's just I haven't found the time for it.
Yeah, that's relatable. I want the ice bolt. Where is it?
And
There it
dead.
Sebastian,
The hell?
I'll draw it away
What?
so you can search.
I was in the middle of something.
Now you're gonna throw it away?
Wait, where is he?
I think he just literally wants me to get his glasses and then leave. I don't know if I have to.
Joseph
has worn
glasses.
same pair for as long as Sebastian has known him.
2 chapters ago.
The
And
dog
can
is
you just,
apparently
like-
not
can you
in.
I
just,
guess
like,
I'll
peace?
leave. Can I leave now?
So this thing's just gonna chill in there.
All right. Cool. Got
Yep,
your
that's
glasses.
the way I would definitely escape a cage with a fucking
What?
Here are your
giant monster.
glasses.
What game is
It's not
this?
just about being unable to see.
Ugh.
It's about the principle of the
Being
thing.
normal. It's all right.
Dude,
Let's focus.
aren't
on
you like
fighting
super
Killer.
infected with the zombie goo shit?
I don't even know who we're looking for anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently it's Kidman.
I think we lost the plot even before the plot was introduced to us.
I think that fight was glitched out somehow.
Yeah.
And
Yep, the dog
we're
just
all
lives
better for it.
Can we go now? Now that we have... Are you coming?
there.
Oh.
We just cut fade to black.
The end! You have won!
End of chapter! What's happening?
Were we supposed to kill that thing?
No, don't worry about it.
Nothing
feel
makes
like-
sense
I
anymore.
feel like that was the development of the game.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want to do with the dog fight? No, don't worry
I
about it.
don't know, man.
I mean, you'll fight it. It'll be really intense for about 10 minutes, and then you just walk away.
It wasn't intense. Like, the dog came
The
out
dog,
of the...
it bit him twice, and I was like, don't care.
You know the droids I'm looking for.
I think the game might be a little broken, you guys.
I think we might be a little bit broken from playing.
Nah,
What
we're
year
just...
did this game come out? Like
we're full of
2013 or something?
Really?
I don't know.
Wasn't it like the same year as Arkham?
You're Arkham.
I might be. You don't know.
Arkham, I hardly know him. More matches. You can only hold 2.
2014.
Okay, you weren't far
That
off.
sounded close.
That sounded close. It's all right. I'm here. Nothing is going to get you.
I heard that with my earballs.
Brain
brain
goo.
juice.
It's like really throwing brain goo at me now.
Yeah. I wonder if you're just gonna immediately go thrown into another boss fight.
No, it's a platforming level.
Yeah.
I saw a thing here.
You saw nothing.
That was the one thing that I commented on in my Doom Eternal playthrough, which is there's one part where you're literally platforming and there's like the spinning fiery.
Yeah, the Bowser
Like-
level.
Yeah. And like, why is this here? It makes no sense.
You ever had the urge to just jump
Just poop.
when you're on a high
But sometimes your poop is like diarrhea, but then it's not.
the subway rolls by? Imagine.
We're
It's
so
gonna haunt your
mature.
dreams, isn't it?
It's what he's going to be thinking the entire ride home today.
You fought it off 3 times now.
You're at home on Christmas, you're like, what do you guys talk about today?
Poop. It always. Yeah, it's
like,
not.
Do you ever have conversations with Kristen after this and
bit of
like
poop.
explain to her?
No, never. She doesn't want to know.
Yeah.
Vivid, like,
We talk about poop all the time, though.
Vivid will pretend to be like, so what games did you play? I'm like, does it really matter?
Yeah.
I was telling Rob this in the car. What the?
What?
I don't know why.
It needs to be brought up again, but so we put. No, I'm trying to like half watch this and like trying to talk, but I'm like, what the fuck? So
Getting stronger.
I just got done taking a shower. You know, we just put the kid to bed, took a shower. Kristen was on the phone with her mom, and you know, Kristen comes upstairs. I'm drying off, and she's like, "Oh, my mom," and going on about her mom. She's just like really fucking, you know, just amped up about whatever happened to her mom at work or whatever, and then like, but was running the shower at the same time, hadn't gotten in it yet. And,
She's
like,
multitasking.
and I'm like, okay, like, get on with it. Like, I want to get dressed, and like, you can tell me later. And like, by the time she gets, big bad, done, like the shower's completely cold. And she's like,
Wait, so she had a whole conversation with you with the shower running
Yeah. We're
and
both...
used up all the hot water.
Yep.
Okay.
So, anyway, she's like, I'm like, okay, can we wrap this up? She's like, oh, one more thing. Like, I don't know. I put don't be alarmed, but I put an empty orange juice container on the floor where something fell in the kitchen. And I was like, what? Like, why? Well, I want you to, I want you to tell me what you think it is. And I'm like,
the orange juice container on the floor.
I was
in the
like,
kitchen?
It's like an abstract piece of art.
I was like, wait a minute. So you didn't clean up whatever was dropped on the floor? You just put a traffic cone there, and you just for me to see? I was like, what is it?
She wanted you to analyze the situation.
And I was like, but she's like serious. She's not like smiling like I want you to see what it is. It's a big surprise. She's like, I want you to see what it is. I'm like, why didn't you just clean it up? Why didn't you just clean it up? Like, why do I gotta know what it is? It's something just fell, right? Is it bad? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? Do I need to see it? Is it a joke? Like, are you fucking with me?
Is it something that's too disgusting or scary for you to handle?
Yeah, it's like a spider. Like, I have no idea. Like, and she's like, well, I don't know. I want you to know. I want you to tell me what it could be. I think it might be poop. And I'm like, wait. So you
This
think
is like
there
the
might?
Danny DeVito Charlie
Yeah,
moment.
I have no idea. I was like, so you think there might be poop
It's possible.
on our kitchen floor,
It's unconfirmed poop.
but you didn't clean it up, and you just left it there, so I could verify whether it's poop or not.
She left you a stupid
I'm like,
sample.
I'm like losing my mind. I'm like laughing, but I'm like losing my mind, and she's like not on the same wavelength. She's like, why are you getting so worked up about this? I was like,
Because it's fucking weird.
it's weird. Why didn't you say? I think there might have been poop on there. I took bleach and I cleaned it up. Do you know of anything that might have fell on the floor? So like, I knew I stepped on a pea that we had
Right.
for dinner, but like I picked up the pea. I didn't like see like a streak, but it was like a green thing. So I'm like, wait a minute, you thought our daughter pooped? Just a little bit, because we just put her to bed when we changed her diaper. But you think somehow she pooped such an insignificant amount that didn't make it into a diaper, smeared it on the ground. Like it wasn't like a turd. It was just like a pea across the ground a little bit. It was vaguely green, like. And I was like, so you decided.
Regardless of
Sam,
what
like,
it was.
not to clean it up and tell me I think there might have been poop there, and for me to be like, oh no, babe, that was probably that pee I stepped on. I thought I cleaned it all up, but it wasn't. You decided to just traffic cone it, table it for now. I was like, this is like the fucking psychotic version of the roommate who's just like, yeah, that pan's got to soak, and then never like takes care of it. And I was just like,
Kirsten's mentality was just
you're
like,
so weird. She was like, I want you
somebody
to
else is gonna have to get involved with this.
But
I
no,
can't deal with this on my
I
own.
was like, so you just want me to clean up this mess? Like, is that what you're? She's like, no, I want you to tell me how I should clean
wants
it
to
up.
do
If
a
it
forensic analysis.
if it needs bleach, or if I can just pick it up normal. I'm like, if you think it might be poop, you could still just use a little bit of bleach on the ground. Like,
Well, regardless of what it is, it's
You can-
kitchen tile.
it's kitchen time. Like, why didn't you just clean it up? Jesus.
She could have just cleaned up and be like, hey, I cleaned up a mess. If she really
That's what I say.
if she really needed for you to know that there was something there, she could be like,
It took
I
me
cleaned
like
something up.
45
I
minutes to
don't
get
know
over
what
it.
it is.
I was just like,
It may have been poop.
like she thought I was like mad. I was like, no, I'm just completely weirded out. Like, how? Like your logic structure is like
broken.
like broken. Like you're one of like the more intelligent people I know. Like what? Why?
Oh man.
So fucking weird.
I like Kristen a lot.
So fucking weird.
She's my favorite one of your wives.
I'm supposed to be weird. I'm supposed to be weird.
She's just trying to generate, material for stories for you to tell when you come here.
We were also just kvetching about our wives, but it was like, I don't know if you've had this happen in your relationship. So like last night we were watching TV. We were watching Love Island because we both love, the British version of trash TV.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I kind of want like Triscuits,
Oh, it's Mr.
cheese, and like pepperonis that we have there. And
Mr.
like I was like,
Face.
and she's like, do you want do you want to make them, or do you want me to make them? And I was like, oh, well, if you're gonna make them, like, my wife's not too nice to me anymore, so like anything she like volunteers to do something, like I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I really don't want to get up. I'm like, then why did you fucking say shit? So I'm like, okay, fine. I finally, I'm like, I want them, I will get them. Oops. So I opened no sooner than I opened the fridge to get the required cheese and pepperoni I need. I closed the door and she's there.
Was she just behind the fridge door, like smiling at you creepily?
It's the opening fridge. I'm like, ah! And I'm like, you just said you didn't want to get up. Like, why are you here? And she's only there to just like.
She's there to supervise you.
Yeah, she's there to critique how I'm. And she's like, no, I don't want you to slice the cheese. I like it when it's crumbled off. I'm like, why didn't you make the friggin' thing? You're here anyway.
Wait, no, she like.
Ah!
You're the one who wanted the cheese and shit. She wasn't gonna have any to begin with.
Oh, she was, but she didn't want to make it. But that's still like, if you don't want to do it, like you're at the mercy of how I chunk the cheese or slice cut the cheese. And I was like,
that's amazing.
You got up, which you said you didn't want to do.
Just
to watch me do the thing you said you didn't want to do. Just to bitch about it.
Talk about wasted effort.
Like, fuck.
To make sure that it was done the way that she liked it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, I was just...
Jesus.
I don't want to get up.
Jesus.
But I gotta make sure you're supervised.
Seriously.
I'm sure that's come up for me before. I'm just trying to remember an example of that.
It was the same night as the thing. Like, it's the same night. I was like, why are you being so fucking weird? It was like a half hour after that, orange juice pea poop thing happened. Pea poop.
Pea poops.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
This lithograph was pried from a stone door, where it seems to have been used as a key.
Here is a picture of a man who had a regular poop after his diarrhea poop, which splashed him back in the bum. You look surprised.
Yeah, I think like that hasn't happened to you guys before, and I'm like 100% certain it has.
Oh, I'm sure it has, but I'm sure it's happened more when like it comes out like in a dense ball and then just falls from your butt, and then the water just comes up and kisses your butt anyway.
Yeah. Silence kiss, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get with the times.
I knew it was a word, phrase.
Thing. Is it bigger than a bread box? There's so much stuff to break.
Have you ever had anyone either intentionally or unintentionally force the door open in a stall when you're in a public bathroom shitting?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you handle that situation?
The best you can. I mean, like I was just thinking, like
I just yell occupied, and that's the end of it.
I was talking to Kristen out of one of our fireside chats that didn't involve a hangover. And I was like, I don't know why we were talking. I guess maybe it was like we have to potty train our kid, and we were just like, I don't know, talking about school and how the bathroom worked at school. Like, it's like, in second grade, like we had a bathroom in our classroom, which was rare. There weren't too many of those in the school, but like I remember a girl like while I was in there like walking on me while I was pooping, and like that just kind of
elementary school
stuck with me.
Yeah.
But and then I was thinking, I'm like, I remember almost every day at school I would avoid going to the bathroom, and I would just not go to the bathroom until I got home.
Yeah.
Like I can't fucking fathom that. Like,
yeah, to be honest, I think there were very few times I personally went to the bathroom while I was at school either. Like I always had to go to the bathroom like immediately before school because I'd just woken up and that's like routine.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
But I usually didn't have a strong urge to go while I was at school, so it was never something I like actively or intentionally avoided. It just didn't really feel necessary most of the time. So
yeah, I never felt I definitely had to like pee at school. I never pooped at school.
Yeah.
But not like I wasn't like trying to hold it in or anything like that.
I mean, I don't
know. But then
I
started drinking coffee and the world changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I remember getting home from school and being like, I haven't peed all fucking day.
Yeah.
The strongest man
But like
alive.
I don't like that would seem like a repressed memory. Like I don't didn't recall. And then we were I don't know, and then it just led to thinking about the bathroom in school more. And then like when you went to high school, I don't know what it was like at other high schools, but like it was just where kids went to smoke regardless of what adults who were actually in the hallway ever thought was happening. Like that, and like just urinals ripped off the fucking wall because like animals lived at your
Jesus.
school. And just hearing like, oh, why are you late to class? I'm like,
It's impossible to use a restroom here. That's why I'm late.
had to pee after gym or something. It was like the only usable, viable like part of the school that had a bathroom you could use, and like everyone was too busy like getting changed or whatever. Anyway, forget. So like people are like, oh, why didn't you go 20 minutes? Like you had 20 minutes before this class, and be like, have you seen the bathrooms? It's like it's the fucking Wild West in the male bathrooms at high school. Like it's people doing drugs and like violence. Like
drugs and violence.
I went to, I forget how old I was. I don't know if it was my sophomore year or freshman year. I think it was my sophomore year. I went to the urinal and like I had no idea anybody else was in the bathroom with me, and I just had my head shoved right into like the piping that's in front of the the handle crank for the thing. I just remember seeing stars and just like blood like just like dripping down my face. Yeah, someone just, I have no idea who it is to this fucking day, just was like
smash your face in.
Like it
what a
like
dickhead.
bridged my fucking nose. Like if it hit my nose it would have broken, but like it was like right at the top. I don't even remember what happened. Like I don't know, I made it to like a nurse's office or something, but like I don't know if some hall monitor was like, you okay? I have no idea what happened. I'm just like,
that's fucked up.
That's super
and
fucked up.
I never went to the bathroom ever again. So
I just don't understand why after that.
I don't know why I got really squirrely at the high school bathroom.
I think it's pretty human experience to not really like being around other people when you're doing that business, but then having violence,
but every now and then I'm at the urinal. I'm like, my head's on a swivel to this day. Like it's just even acting. I'm just like, what is the situation?
Do you give Olivia the side eye whenever she's near the bathroom while you're taking a shit?
No.
Don't you come in here and fuck with me?
Although I will say, like my frequency of standing up to pee has gone way down since having a kid, because it's just easier to manage life from a sitting position.
Especially when like you have a 2 or 4-year-old like
touching your butt.
Yeah. Like, your butt's funny.
Is my butt gonna get this hairy? Are you still playing this game?
I'm surprised too.
How this
VR
is sort of related, but how much time did they give you between
5 minutes?
Period. 5 period. Okay.
In high school, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember
in middle school for me, I don't know if you went to Stimson. Did you go to Stimson?
Yeah, I was in Stimson with you.
3 minutes in Stimson, which was worse because like the size of our middle school, not Stimson, redacted. The size of our high school, middle school, to the population of the grades that were in there was more dense than it was in high school, and we weren't allowed to go outside. And at least in high school, since it was shaped as like a horseshoe, we were allowed to go outside to like make it to the other wing.
Right.
Like you couldn't go outside in middle school.
Okay.
And it was it was really hard to get to, like, even if you were like a good kid, like if you had, God forbid, you had a class on the other side of the universe.
I never really put those two things together. When we were in middle school, the only time we went outside ever in middle school was for gym in the fall, and the spring, and that was it. We weren't allowed.
Yeah, and they didn't.
And that's really bizarre now that I think about it.
And for the taxes around here, like, they didn't have they had like half a track, and like a big field that wasn't like really designed to do any particular sport very well. Like it was just
it was like a combination football, soccer, baseball.
It was just whatever. It was a field. It was literally just goose shit most of the time, but
it was just big grass field. That was it.
Gotcha.
And nothing was designated as a specific like, here's where you play soccer.
We had like baseball. A long jump pit, and that was it. Like there was like 100-meter track. That was it. It was like just like a stretch of track. It wasn't a whole track. It was just like a little suggestion of a track. Yeah. A prison-style like basketball area.
I think I made a
barbed wire around it.
Is this elevator going to the top floor?
Oh no! So I thought it was going to go all the way up and crush me.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past this game to do that.
Where are you going?
Down here now.
Oh. Isn't that where you just came from?
Yeah, isn't that where you just came from?
Well, I thought I had to go up, but there's nothing up there.
Whoa! Hello, Spikes.
Shave and a haircut.
That thing's going to come. I should have upgraded my sprint.
Oh, see? You should have got your PCS mids.
Yeah.
That 5G is going to kill you.
Oh.
Ah!
Remember I said that thing was going to come out? I may have been wrong.
I think we should continue this in the next episode.
I'm going to disarm it next
the
time.
explosive, poopy, butthole Rob ending.
One of the best parts of that was the fact that Jeff just timed the end of his phrase right before that happened.